I don't know about you, but in my opinion, the common understanding of motorcycle traveling is completely wrong. In this video, I'll try to refresh your memories and remind you what is the main purpose of any travel motorcycle. So if you have nothing to do, grab your favorite drink and stay with me. Welcome back. You might not like me or agree with what I'm about to say in this video, but it is not going to change anything and the facts will remain facts. People used to pick a destination and just go. Nowadays they are more focused on the motorcycle than on the travel itself. Riding gear was a necessity that is good to have. Nowadays it's a multi-million-dollar industry and everyone is focused on it. They want to tell me that I cannot travel without it. Simple backpack was enough to see the whole world. Now I need at least 50 kilograms of luggage and $30,000 before I start traveling. The first motorcycles were nothing more than bicycles with small engines. They were invented as an alternative form of transportation, right? A cheap way to move around, to go to work or even travel. So far so good, but now 120 years later, the motorcycles look like a space rocket and the prices have gone to the sky. Well, not really. In Asia it's still the same. There are thousands of cheap motorcycles moving around, serving their original purpose. They are used for anything you can imagine: riding, loading goods, traveling and even transporting the whole family. Wait a second, in our so-called modern world, technologies are must-haves. Otherwise you cannot travel. You can, but you'll risk a lot. Safety first, right? Interesting. During my trip around Southeast Asia, Pakistan, India, Nepal and Bangladesh, I did more than 20,000 kilometers and I have seen thousands of motorcycles everywhere. And I haven't seen even a single accident. Interesting, isn't it? I saw in fact 2 accidents, cars, bumper by bumper, nothing serious. The rest was just normal. This year, on the way to Magadan and back, more than 35,000 kilometers. Okay, the motorcycles were not so many and the kilometers are way more, but more or less it was the same story. No accidents, nothing at all. 95% of the motorcycles that I have seen there haven't even ABS. More than 50% riding without any mirrors. No mirrors at all. Traction control is something that they never heard about it, and the rest of the safety, so-called modern features that we all have in our motorcycle society will sound like a joke over there. How is that even possible? I have my personal opinion, but it is not important. As I promised at the beginning of the video, I will provide the facts and you have to connect the dots. For that purpose, we have to go back to our modern and clever motorcycle society. Let's take, for example, YouTube. Over there you can find thousands of motorcycle videos. Anything you can imagine. There is basically everything. Reviews of motorcycles and gear, advice of what luggage and what tires to choose, what modifications to make, what you need, what are the must-have features or items, and so on and so forth. Everything is there with the idea to teach you how to ride, prepare and eventually travel with your motorcycle. Fair enough, there is nothing bad on this. YouTube is a free platform. Yes, that is correct. But on the other hand, if I ask you now to tell me 10 motorcycle travelers that you know from YouTube, people who really travel, people who got at least 5 motorcycle trips, especially outside of Europe, you wouldn't be able to do it. Even so, you will continue watching these people and trusting in everything they say. And this of course will lead to many pointless purchases and you will actually fill your garage and empty your wallet. With this, I'm not saying that you have to watch only me. No, do whatever you like. It's your choice, it's your money, spending the way you like it. But at least you have to find some kind of trustable source or proof that everything they say, it's right. I don't want to upset anyone, but I will tell you that I will never take a health advice from a sick doctor. I will never listen to a fitness instructor who cannot build his own body. And I will never take a travel advice from a motorcycle rider who never been on the trip before. You might think that this is just a simple rant from my side, but let me tell you a few facts that might help you to see the whole picture. The only people who really made money during the gold rush at the beginning of 20th century were the people who sold gold mining gear. The fitness industry makes millions every year, gyms are full and the fat loss supplements are selling like crazy. People spend a lot of money every day for it, but have you seen any progress in this direction? The adventure motorcycles became bigger and heavier, the prices of bikes and gear have gone crazy, the number of pointless features is endless, and it looks like it is just the beginning. The main purpose of any travel motorcycle is to travel. Logical, right? Not to be equipped with any possible expensive gadget or item that you can find on the market today and displayed like a Christmas tree in front of coffees or restaurants. Just because it has the word adventure in its name and a few more adventure features won't bring you any adventures until you finally jump on it and start traveling. On the other hand, when you finally did it, when you finally start traveling, you won't see the motorcycle anymore because it will stay between your legs, and you will focus more on the traveling itself, on the emotions, the people that you're going to meet, and so on and so on. I hope that you get the idea. I cannot agree with you, Pavlin. For me, the motorcycle is very important and I would like to have all of these safety features on board. Fair enough, have it, but don't forget, I'm gonna tell you for the third time already, the main purpose of any travel motorcycle is to travel, right? For me, the most important is to have a reliable machine that will allow me to travel without even think about it. If you prefer to have a modern motorcycle with all of these features, if you can buy it, if you can afford it, if you can maintain it on the road, even if it costs you a fortune, why not? Just do it, man. But always keep in mind that the main purpose of any travel motorcycle is to travel. I also understand if you bought this expensive motorcycle for an investment. Many people do it. They just don't want to lose their money and try to buy something which they will be able to resell later on good price. Fair enough. If you want to prove something, if you want to close the mouths of your neighbors or to be part of some kind of adventure movement in your town or country, I will also understand all of this. But please, after that, don't try to explain everyone that this is the best motorcycle and you cannot travel with anything else. Try to change people, teach people, to show an opinion that you don't really have because you don't have enough experience with this motorcycle. When you never travel with it, you just have it for a different purpose, right? Let me now tell you what I have learned in the last 15 years. Number one is that you can travel with any motorcycle as long you have a will to do it. Don't let others to tell you what exactly you need. The lack of power and safety features could be easily compensated with low speed and preventive riding style. It is good to have a proper riding gear, but you can also improvise and still travel. If you have the will, you will find the way. You don't have to go to the end of the world to look for adventures. Nice experiences and great moments you can have even around your own place. And last but not least, you don't have to prove anything to anyone. It is your life and the opinion of others does not really matters. I really hope that this video will help you at least one person to make the right choice and finally start traveling. Press like or dislike, whatever it deserves. If you subscribe, even better. See you in the next one. Ciao.